look incredible. How are you doing, pal? LeBron James free agency is just your life now, because Kendrick Perkins told us that they've basically told him to sit in the room in which he has his camera set up, because anything can happen at any time. How should we be viewing this? And inevitably, when does this wrap up, do you think?
Yeah, so first of all, drive by. We have so much that's happened in the NBA the last 3 weeks.
That's what we're saying.
Better hurry up.
We need a little bit of a break, so we have a lot to get to. But as far as LeBron James, I don't know if I'm waiting on bated breath right now or this week potentially. LeBron's got a string of events. He's got Fanatics Fest today. He's got some CNBC stuff. He's got Time 100. He's got multiple different podcast tapings and all this stuff. I don't know if I'm holding my breath for an announcement this week, but I think as we get into next week, I do think this process is getting closer and closer to the end here. LeBron James has all the information that he needs to make a decision. All the GMs, the owners, the presidents, they've all made their pitch through Rich Paul, his agent. They've even sent Pat, interestingly enough, LeBron has had multiple different owners and GMs, about three to five, that have sent voice memos to him via Rich Paul. So they'll send it to Rich Paul, and then he'll send it to LeBron James. And so we're looking at a group of teams: the Cavs, the Heat, the Warriors, the Sixers, and the Timberwolves. But my feel, when I talk to teams around the league, when I really dig a little bit more on this situation, the focus is really on the top contending teams for this being the Cavaliers, the Heat, and the 76ers. And so now it's just up to LeBron James to make a decision. And we're now July 16th. We're 16 days into free agency. A little over 16 days after he let the Lakers know that he is bouncing, that he's going to leave the organization after 8 years. And we're all waiting for a decision, which for what would be a 24th historic campaign for LeBron James.
Okay, you left out the Golden State Warriors there, which
I don't think I did. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
That's why we
Cavs, Heat, Warriors, Sixers.
Okay, that's what you said just now, yes. But wait just a few seconds ago, if we were to put the drive-by in reverse, let's pop that thing over here. You didn't say, okay, so that was just an omission at the time. Mistake, because that feels fun. The Golden State Warriors one feels like a lot of fun. Tyrese and LeBron are doing the Mind the Game podcast from Fanatics Fest. Everybody's there.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Time 100 thing happening tonight.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
Yeah, Shams will be in the A lot happening in New York. Tyrese asked LeBron James if he had a decision for everyone, and LeBron said, we should talk about this in the back, which probably don't bring it up. And then Halliburton says, okay, I'll leave it alone.
That's good.
Shout out to Tyrese bringing it up. Shout out to them figuring out this is
We got to give him credit. You got to at least ask the question.
Hey, good journalism, Tyrese.
And baby Tyrese.
And also, breaking news, Tyrese, Halliburton, and Puma have released shoes for adults. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the all whites here.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Puma and Tyrese, for doing this. They're incredibly comfortable, and they are bright white. They are bright white, which is abnormal. We're coming up on a hard out. Thanks so much, Shams. That was really all. I'm joking. But we will continue digital on YouTube. And
so, Pat, you asked me about the Warriors, right?
Hold on, Shams.
We got time now.
Hold on. I have more information to give.
We don't have it. We have 30 seconds right now, Shams. We will continue with Shams, who has so much more information.
A lot.
With the Golden State Warriors. We'll continue on YouTube, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus. I think we're even on X still. That's probably going to get dropped potentially.
Oh, really?
I don't know if X is supposed to be up there. I don't think X is supposed to be up there.
Live watching.
Yeah, I think clips definitely supposed to be.
Nice.
Anyways, we will continue.
That's
digitally.
breaking news.
No, we're still doing it.
From the NBA, LeBron James in New York for Fan Fest, the Fanatics Fest, a celebration of sports and culture. Some fan base is going to be celebrating when he makes a decision on where he wants to play next season. Appearing on his Mind the Game podcast today, LeBron not quite revealing where he's going, saying, quote, it's going to be fun wherever I land. And Dave McMenamin is at FanFest tweeted that Tyrese Halliburton tried to ask LeBron about his decision early in the program, and James is like, didn't we already talk about this in the back? And Hallie said, all right, I'll leave it alone. I will leave it alone. We're not going to leave it alone. Joining me now, senior NBA writer Brian Windhurst. Brian, what's your reaction to LeBron's comment there and that little back and forth with Hallie?
Yeah, I knew he wasn't going to announce where he was going today. He's already done the live announcement of his next spot, and that one didn't go very well. I think the whole league, Jay, was hoping that he would give some more insight into what his thinking is, and to this point he has not done that. The podcast is still going on. He did thank the LA Lakers for his time there, but he has not expressed what he deems as his important deciding factors when picking a team. And I'm going to tell you, Jay, I spent all week in Las Vegas, and I was talking to the teams that are recruiting LeBron as much as they can, and they have a dearth of information as well. And we know we've been told that he's seeking basketball happiness, but that isn't firm. Nobody knows what that means. And so we've seen teams not be able to make any moves to make their situations more attractive to him because they don't know what he wants. And so far today, He has not given any more clues.
All right, we have teams like Cleveland, Golden State, Miami, Minnesota, and Philly all in a holding pattern. Where do you think or anticipate that he'll actually land?
CJ, you're asking a reasonable question. I know it's not the answer people want. I don't know. And this is what, Jay, the teams that are actually in these biddings were coming to me in Las Vegas and say, tell us what you know. We don't know. And so one of the things that's interesting is that theoretically, if LeBron were to join one of these teams, they could make other changes to their roster that would better enable him to fit. Because one of the big things, Jay, the big unanswered question is, how does LeBron want to play? Last year with the Lakers, he operated as a third wheel, oftentimes standing to the side. He had to get his points playing in transition. Does he not want to play like that? Because if he doesn't want to play like that, Cleveland and Philadelphia don't really make sense. Is he okay playing like that? If he's okay playing like that, then they make some more sense. Would a team who gets him need to go make another move to make him fit better? Well, the longer you wait in the offseason, the harder it is to do that. And so I know that there is this huge desire from the fans, Jay, not just the fans. There's a huge desire from the league itself to get answers. And 45 minutes into this, we've got no new ones.
None. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Put a pin in it, rather. We got some news. The wait continues for LeBron's decision. Could he land in Cleveland, Denver, Golden State, Minnesota, Philadelphia, or Miami? Hey, speaking of South Beach, the wait is over for Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis's warm welcome to the Heat family. Okay. Giannis touching down in Florida last night after attending the England-Argentina World Cup semifinal. Giannis is the latest landmark acquisition by Heat President Pat Riley, which includes LeBron back in 2010. Giannis, a two-time NBA MVP and 2021 Finals MVP, now forms an elite front court with three-time All-Star Bam Adebayo. All right, our NBA reporter, Young-Masuk, joins us now from Miami. At 3 Eastern, Giannis is going to take the stage for his intro presser. What will you be paying most attention to once this thing gets started?
Well, certainly, as Bobby Portis, who already talked, said, it feels like it's been 6 years. For the last 6 years, we've been talking about Giannis being traded, and now he's been finally traded to Miami. So certainly we will want to see what Pat Riley will have to say about finally reeling in his whale. Giannis playing for the first team that he's ever played outside of Milwaukee. How rejuvenated he's going to be. How is he going to fit alongside Bam Adebayo, Bobby Portis? What does Spo have planned for him? And just how hungry is Giannis? I spoke to Bobby Portis a little bit earlier, and he had to talk about just the hunger and how motivated Giannis is. Certainly, he thinks Miami is going to get the best Giannis there is.
All right, you mentioned Bobby Portis and what he told you. I believe. Do you have some sound from that interview that you want to play for us?
Yes, certainly. He basically talked about what can Miami expect of how hungry Giannis will be with this new team.
He's hungry. If it's one word I can say, I would just say hungry. Obviously, last year probably not the best year for any one of us. Obviously we didn't make the playoffs. It was kind of injury filled last year, all season long. Obviously the back and forth with getting traded, not getting traded, and get shut down by the team. So I think he has a lot of fuel to the fire, and I think Heat fans are being for a treat.
Now, Jay, I also happened to speak to Bobby Portis and ask him, of course, the story around the NBA is LeBron James. And I've asked him, have you and Giannis been in touch with LeBron? Have you been recruiting him? He said he hasn't, but he isn't sure if Giannis has. He goes, look, Giannis and LeBron, they're both Nike guys. And I asked him, what would a Giannis-LeBron pairing be like? And he said, what did the kids say? 6'7", 6'7", obviously talking about the length, the explosion, the height, and how popular those two would be together.
And that's what the kids say. Young-Masuk. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.